This does pose a problem, and there are further problems with this, but I do want to be brief so that we're not taking up too much time so I can get you some other videos. Now, here's a couple ethical situations in America where we actually use this. Well, here, let me give you a few. One, let's say we use it every day, by the way. Let's say you are deciding over what boyfriend or girlfriend to date. You've got a couple, guys who want to ask you out, and they've been talking to you, and you're like, well, which one should I go with? And you start saying, well, this one's cuter, but this one has a little more money. This one dresses better, but this one he's just kind of got that thing, he's just like that, that edge to him, he's, bad boy. So you start doing the math, and you go, well, this guy, and then you start doing the minuses. Well, this guy chews with his mouth open. This guy, still lives with his mother, this guy. And so you start doing all this, and at the end of the day, you have the ledger at the bottom, and you go, which one should I go with? Ultimately, you're going to scrap that anyway, and your heart knows. But you do that. And a really serious ethical issue that we deal with, though, with this is, say, the abortion issue and the stem cell research. Let's start with abortion. A lot of people go justify abortion on the grounds that society does not need any more poor children, so we want to maximize our economic situation in America, or we want to maximize the economic situation of the mother and minimize the burden of raising the child. This is a common argument when people go, well, I don't want to bring a poor child into the world, and so what they do is they're using a utilitarianistic approach. They're saying it is better to not bring the child in at all than to have a poor child. So the child's the value of having money is worth more than living at all in this case. On the other hand, you also have stem cell research, and for those of you who don't know, fetal stem cells are the byproduct of abortions. They are bought from abortion clinics, research facilities get these, and so you can see where the controversy is, that if you are pro-life and believe that abortion is wrong, you would say, well, fetal stem cells coming from abortion clinics should also be wrong, because now we're experimenting on humans that were killed for nothing more than convenience, perhaps. And so, these people are obviously going to be against stem cell research. Now, the person who often is a proponent of stem cell research gives a utilitarian, argument for this. And so they say, well, look at all the help, it will bring. Think of all the cancer patients who will live once we use this to find a cure for cancer. Or what about the people who are paralyzed and they're doing research on regeneration or Parkinson's disease? And you can see advocates of fetal stem cell research by such celebrities such as Michael J. Fox, who has Parkinson's disease. Christopher Reeve, who had an accident on a horse. He played Superman in the 80s, and he had a spinal cord injury which resulted in him being a quadriplegic. He couldn't move his arms or legs, and his lower body was kept alive by machines. And these were big proponents of fetal stem cell research. So too are people who are in the argument for fetal stem cell research to help Alzheimer's disease. That's dementia, losing your memory. Now, my father has this. Does that mean we should, if it helps us, should we sign on to this? Well, according to utilitarianism, yes, we should. But I don't know if that is the right answer, because at the end of the day, we could justify all sorts of things. What if we just take people off the street, homeless people, decide that their lives are not qualitatively good enough to save, and those who have a higher quality of existence can basically get something out of them, and we say start doing human testing on them. and so that the higher ordered beings can flourish. You know, after all, we'd appreciate it more. These guys have a lower quality of life. A lot of them are insane. They don't even know anyway. They couldn't even really fully grasp it. And that's the argument. Now, of course, people are like, no, that's intuitively wrong. See, the problem with utilitarianism is it takes intuition, moral intuition, out of the equation. And it basically says, no, it's all math. At the end of the day, we don't care how you feel. And at the end of the day, if the numbers justify the killing, that's just the way it goes. And so we're going to have to run into issues with that and answer, is that really the question? Now, I do suppose that other theories will answer that, but if they are true, then it follows that utilitarianism is false. So the next couple videos will discuss, say, natural law, divine command theory, and virtue ethics, and those will have a different take on the situation. For now, I want you to know the basically in a nutshell what utilitarianism is, and I want you to be able to explain a couple paragraphs and apply it to some ethical issues. So with this segment, I would like you to spend a couple paragraphs describing utilitarianism, and I want you to apply it to a specific ethical topic. Okay, pick an ethical issue and see if you could see where the ledger falls on a controversial topic, and those will not be hard to find. You know, you have euthanasia, mercy killing, you have war, you have abortion, you have same-sex marriage. These are all ethical issues. You have pedophilia. You know, cheating on your spouse is always a famous one for me. It's just, you know, does one follow their pleasure, or does one lock himself up in the relationship? That's a good one, and I don't mean that in a negative way. So, with that said, I'm going to load this. By the time it gets loaded, I would like you to add it to your list of things to do by the end of at least tomorrow. Have a good day.